What's good, everybody? I'm praying that you're having a wonderful, blessed, and prosperous Father's Day. Today's my first day back from my vacation, and I started a series last week talking about the lessons I learned from the road on vacation. And there's a mosquito around here, and this dude keeps getting in my ear and buzzing, and he's finna get himself in trouble. I tell you what. But at any rate, you ever notice how I'm such a rabbit trailer? But you ever notice how when one mosquito flies by, you start itching, and you start feeling every mosquito bite that you ever had in your life? But anyway, I I wanted to share just today about the reality of learning to number our days. The Bible talks about, or the psalmist said to God, "Teach me to number my days that I may gain a heart of wisdom." Or teach me to number my days that I might learn to apply wisdom to my life. And it's so challenging sometimes. I'm getting older this year. Next month I turn 44. On Father's Day, 24 years ago, I wouldn't say 20 years ago, I was 20 years old. I had my first child. She was actually born on Father's Day. And as I watched her life and I watched her grow from this little bitty baby to now she's an adult, 24 years old. I guess that's an adult. I'm realizing how fast time really goes. And so when the scripture talks about, or when the psalmist prays to God that God would teach him to number his days, that he might be able to gain a heart of wisdom, I think it's something profound in that statement, in that we need to learn that we are finite and that our time on this earth is limited. And we should be living our life today as if we don't have an infinite amount of days. I can remember an old statement where an old story a friend of mine told me about this younger demon and this older demon. And they were scheming on ways to defeat people, or defeat humans that they were assigned to. The young demon threw out a list of ideas about how he was going to defeat the human. And eventually the older demon said, "No, those are all great, but the best way of overcoming and conquering humans is to make them think they have more time." And so with that being said, man, we need to live our days, each and every day that we have above ground, like it's our last. What would you be doing if this was your last day on earth? Would you be restoring relationships with the people that you've broken fellowship with? Would you be smiling more? Would you be laughing more? Would you be telling the people that are close and dear to you that you love them? Like, what would you really be doing as a believer? Now, I know some people don't believe in the afterlife. Some people don't believe that God is real. And so for you, you might just be turning up. It's like, it's the last day. I'm going out with a blaze of glory. But if we truly believe that the things that we do here matter, and that we will eventually meet a maker who wants our lives to reflect what Jesus did while he was here, and there's a reward for us if we live our lives in a way that brings him glory, how would you live your last day? I'm talking to Christians now. How would you live your last day here on earth? And so we really need to learn how to number our days that we might gain a heart of wisdom. I really pulled this from day 2 on our vacation as I reflected on that day. One thing that I do is when we're on long journeys, we're on long cross-country journeys, what I tend to do, this mosquito is fenced to have to number its days. Oh my gosh. He ain't got much longer. And so when we go on these long cross-country journeys, what happens is we inevitably has to pull over to use a restroom, and then she goes, and then another child wants to go, and then we stop and we go into the convenience store and we have to get stuff, and then we got to stop, and like, so there's all these stops. And unfortunately, me being the way that I am, I have it all mapped out. I have it all timed out, and I know I want to be at certain I want to be at certain markers on the journey at certain times. And so when I end up falling behind, each minute becomes more precious. So each stop puts me off my game. And in day 2, we were going to the Grand Canyon, and there was a lot of unscheduled stops because I was trying to number our time, because I wanted to spend the greatest amount of time there. But when I got there, I looked at the canyon, and I looked at, this thing that God had allowed to be created over time, and I just saw the smallness of who I was and how God is eternal. I saw it all in just looking at this canyon. And, scientists would tell us that it took all these years for this thing to come about. And you really, and maybe I'm weird, but I just really realized that my time on here on earth is limited. And I really need to make the most of the time that I have. I really need to lean into God and ask God, God, show me how to number my days. God, show me how to be wise with the days that I have. Show me how to make the most out of the days that you've given me. And so I'm a bit of an introvert. Even though God has called me to share and speak, I would much rather be sitting in my bedroom right now, reading a good book, or playing on my laptop, or watching some type of documentary or something on YouTube, and not really interacting with others. But I really understand that God has given me something. He's gifted me with something that I have to invest in people while I can. The Bible teaches us that we need to work while it's still day, because night's coming and nobody can work. I'm turning 44 this year. I quite possibly have more in my rear view than I have before me. And so I need to learn to finish strong. And the way that I'm going to finish strong is I have to number my days. I have to make the most of each hour. I have to make each hour count. And I've always been a person that manages my time, but now I have to be more diligent. I'm really feeling that urge. I have to be more diligent with the time I have, and the time that I waste. There's a lot that I feel like God has called me to do and what God wants me to do while I'm here. And so it's up to me to be more of a steward of my time. And so I hope this encourages you. Maybe you are being called to be more of a steward of your time. If you want a video of practical, tangible ways to number your days, comment it in the comment section below and let me know that's what you want. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. If I can get 25 likes on this post, I'll go ahead and shoot that video. And so let me know. Share it with somebody if you feel like this blesses somebody. Like I said again, more of these videos is coming, more of this content is coming. So be on the lookout, stay tuned. And without further ado, I'm gonna shoot over to day 2 of our trip to give you a little bit of B-roll, a little bit of footage. And so like, comment, subscribe, and stick around and watch more of the video if you want to see kind of our day 2 on the road. All right, love you guys. Peace. Day 1, it was very long. So for you guys not to know, we're from Austin, Texas, and it's right in the middle of the state. And it took us forever to get outside of the state of Texas, and then outside of Texas, we started going through these states like it wasn't nothing. We went through 2 time zones yesterday, and so we gained 2 hours, and we arrived here in Tucson, Arizona at 4 o'clock our time, 4 o'clock a.m. my time, which was 2 o'clock in this time zone, and we were very sleepy, and so we got a good night's sleep. We're hitting the road late today, but it's all good. We got a cool destination. I'm gonna take you guys on that journey. It's going to be awesome. Shout out to Bree, who kept me awake last night with the playlist. It got brutal around 1 o'clock when my body usually goes to sleep, and so we turned the music on high and we jammed out to some old school Kirk Franklin, some Mary, and then we got on my 1980s playlist. We get down to the beat, y'all. And she kept me awake, and so she came through in the clutch. Then we stopped at a rest stop. Everybody woke up for the last hour or so of the trip, and it was going down. We had a lot of fun. And so now we're making some more family memories and moments today. I'll take you along on the journey. Day 2.
Let me, little PSA if you come to the game. These beetles square up. They literally fly right in front of your face like that. There he is. Look at him. Look at him. Come here, at him. Look at him. Come here. Two of them. They trying to bring that boy.
Yeah.
Go do that somewhere else. I'm not scared of you anymore. You acting like you are. Come on, boy.
You're like a cat.
Day 17 in the woods. We haven't seen other people in 17 days. Look at this emptiness. Father, what are we going to eat tonight? I'm tired of pine cones.
We have to pick one person to eat, but I don't support cannibalism. One person.
I vote for that one.
Come film me doing this thing. Come on, film me do this.
No, because we need him to build us a house. Because he can build things.
That's true. That's true.
Film me.
What a cool guy. Anyway, we've been hiking like this for what?
10 days.
10 minutes.
10 days.
Film it sideways, right?
Yeah, horizontal.
It's crazy out here.
What I noticed about living in the woods is that you really start to like be at one.
What I noticed about the
trees.
woods is in Arizona, your skin gets dry. If you got eczema, not it.
And let me tell you something.
Would you ever do a skincare routine for your viewers?
That tree.
Well, when you do?
When you do? We
Oh.
need a skincare routine. We need a beard care routine. All of it. I know what the people want.
Let me tell you something. You're gonna see Grand Canyon stuff, but you gotta come, bro. Shut up and go. I'm gonna take Damon and Joe. Shout out, plug. Their phrase is "shut up and go." You have to go to the Grand Canyon yourself.
Wait,
Don't look at our blog.
I'm gonna say something else. Oh. Once you see this vlog, just put your face really close to the vlog, and it's the same exact experience. There's no need to come here necessarily, because same exact experience if you just watch the video.
I totally disagree. I totally.
And all due respect, I totally.
With all due respect, I have to totally disagree with you.
Look at me, sick of myself. Disagree.
Here though, you can parkour anywhere. Mira. Help. Have become a brethren. I was raised by that.